the computer. And then I'm also going to set up the AI note taker, if that's still an option. Hold on.
The AI companion thing seems to disappear when you share your screen.
Okay, that's probably the good thing to know. Okay, so I'll start it and then, yeah, looks like it's on. All right, so welcome again, everyone, to the Framework for Faculty and Student Success. This is our new track that we created in the Teaching and Learning Center for you all to help go through the Washington course design checklist. And if you don't know what that is, we will be talking about that a little bit later. But basically, we've got you all here, and everybody at Clover Park is in this course, and we will be meeting every week at this time to go over some of the stuff that you all have been working on in the previous week, and then we will talk about, some things that are important to know for the upcoming week, and then yeah, we can. The idea behind this course is we're kind of following the open pedagogy practice where there's a lot of things for you all to do, but mainly it's the things that you do that you will present later on to the other people that are in here to give them inspiration and to show off some of the work that you've been doing. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll put the link here to the course if you are not in there already. Everybody should be members of the course, and if you're not, just go ahead and let me know and I can go ahead and add you in there. You'll see this kind of theme throughout. We finished with the mountain last year, the Jisan Mountain. I know actually a lot of people made it up to the top by completing either a ed tech track or an evidence-based track, or open education resources. And then, of course, the Cornerstones track. For those people who are new to the college, we have a new updated version of the Cornerstones for College Instruction course that goes over kind of the basics behind teaching and then also some of the important information that you need to know about Clover Park Technical College. And that course is being led by Diane Follett and currently James Shoemate, who is another instructional designer here at the TLC. And then I've been tasked with presenting this course to you all, creating it, and leading the weekly meetings. So for those who are here, this time again next week, we will meet and continue probably throughout the year. The course is 30 weeks, and so we've divided it up into 3 sections, and I'll talk about that in a second. But that's basically we're trying to set up this weekly time so that if you want to work on your professional development, Fridays at 1, you can hop in and you can do it with the community, the rest of the faculty here at Clover Park. So we're going with like I said, the building theme. And so here's our splash image on the first page. The course uses tabs. And so inside of the Canvas page rich content editor, you can set up tabs. And then basically, when you come into a page or an assignment or a quiz even, we have it set up so that you can just click these tabs at the top to go to different sections. And if anybody is interested in using these kind of tabs, reach out to me, ronald.lethco@cptc.edu, and I can help you with getting those set up. They're a little tricky, and if you need to make any changes, you gotta go into the code to do it. But it does it does have a nice look as opposed to having just a regular Canvas page. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to raise your hand, um, or just jump in if we're kind of in a transition to the next thing, next phase. So the welcome page, welcome to the course. This is a course that is designed to provide faculty with knowledge, skills, and strategies necessary to enhance the professional development for yourself, and then in turn helping out with making it more beneficial for your students in the classroom. And in this course, we're going to be covering effective teaching strategies, learning environments, curriculum development, and assessment techniques. And we're going to be doing it all through the lens of equity, diversity, and inclusion, because those are some of the most important things that we're focusing on here at the college, just overall. So speaking of that, I'm going to head over to the belonging page here. Um, I'm going to be the man behind the robot in this course. Simon, we like Simon over here in the Teaching and Learning Center, and so Simon is going to be our main protagonist going through this course. And I mean, I'm not going to take the time to read this, but it is actually, I will take the time to read this because I do think it's important for what we're talking about with EDI and our college mission here of the CARES acronym that we see every time we have the computer on. So I'm not going to I'm not going to do a Simon voice. I can, but I'm not going to. So this is Simon from Clover Park. As we embark on this transformative journey through the framework of faculty and student success course, we want to share the inspiration and the vision behind its creation. In designing this course, our aim was not to just to address the conventional aspects of teaching and learning, but to deeply integrate equity, diversity, and inclusion with outcomes and assessment. So we're doing EDI, but then also we're going to be focusing on outcomes and assessment. Here at Clover Park, especially at the TLC, we believe that the principles of OA and EDI are inextricably linked. EDI isn't about just inclusion within the classroom, it's about reshaping the educational landscape to reflect the true diversity of our community. OA provides the data-driven backbone, proving that an inclusive education approach isn't just idealistic but effective. This course is born from the commitment to the college-wide learning outcomes, which are currently in the progress of finalization. But I think as they stand now, it's pretty much going to be something similar. There might be just some wording that's changed. And it's deeply rooted in the CARES mission, which, if you're unfamiliar, community of care, access, retention and completion, employment, and sustainability. Institutions have historically been structured in ways that disadvantage BIPOC communities. It's our collective duty to dismantle these barriers, to reevaluate and rebuild our academic frameworks from the ground up. This means not just teaching, but listening, learning from the land that we occupy and the diverse labor that has enriched our institution. And so this is where we put in a section, kind of like a customized version of a land and labor acknowledgement. And I think it's important to take the time here to read this as well. So to acknowledge our history and future, Clover Park Technical College sits on the ancestral lands of the Puyallup, Nisqually, and Coast Salish people. We honor these first peoples not only in words, but through our actions. We recognize the shadows cast by institutional structures, shadows that have historically suppressed the voices and contributions of marginalized communities. By acknowledging the immense yet often overlooked contributions of enslaved Black individuals, and the tireless labor of immigrant and refugee committees, we commit to a path of restitution and respect. Our journey in this course mirrors the journey that we must all take as educators and learners to build not just academic success, but a thriving, equitable community. This starts with respecting the land beneath our feet, the labor that has sustained us all, and every voice that has been silenced by tradition. In this spirit, we invite you to join us. Let us step forward together with the humility and courage to create an educational experience that truly reflects the values we hold dear. Let us be the architects of change, using every lesson as a brick in the foundation of a more just and inclusive future. Okay, let's talk about the contents now. So if you head over to the contents tab, you can see a list of everything that we hope to accomplish in this course. And you can see week by week what the main topic that we are going to be focusing on. And if you can see the pictures, the idea is to follow um, building a house. And so we start with uh, establishing our foundations, laying the groundwork, and then uh, by filling in everything and building it up, we're building our community. We are building this house. So you can see down here at week 30, we have our framework installed, and after we reach week 30, then we can go in and finally start to customize it. But we want to start from the ground up here and and create something together as a college. And so this is the contents. They're based off of well, the this course, the framework for faculty and student success, is broken down into 3 sections, and they're based on the Washington course design checklist. I don't know if anybody is familiar with this or not. Uh, Thanks, Jaya. I'll go ahead and put this one in the chat as well in case you're not on the course. This is from the State Board, uh, Community and Technical Colleges. If anybody has ever heard of Alyssa Sells, she is kind of the main architect of putting this one together. And as you can see, there are 5 sections. The first section, sense of belonging and student engagement. Section 2 is outcomes and objectives. Section 3 is assessment and feedback. So those are the 3 sections that we're going to be working on together in this course. And then depending on how well that goes, we could finish the section 4 and 5 next year. And that would be the finishing of the house. You can find more information about the Washington Course Design Checklist on the next page of this module. And then also, if you click any of these images up until week 8, you can be taken directly to that section of the course. And so the course is still under construction. We're working with Snowy from the Department of Outcomes and Assessment to really make sure everything is set up nicely for once we get to the outcomes and objectives section, and then the assessment and feedback section. And this course will also tie into what we will be covering at the outcomes and assessment day and the faculty in service in the fall. So we'll actually be doing things from here. ETA for all the course modules being fully built and available fall, the beginning of fall. So that's what we're hoping for. This first part of this course, the first section is kind of like the summer, and then we're thinking section 2 will be the fall, and then section 3 will be the winter time. All right, so one of the most important things that we're focusing on in this course is alignment, and it's something that I know Snowy, it's a very important thing from her. And what we tried to do is align all of the lessons and all of the things that we will be doing each week to the course course-wide college-wide learning outcomes. Um, and then we've adopted the program learning outcomes. The program learning outcomes are based on the skill standards. So I know I see a couple of people in here that are on tenure track. Uh, Especially this section will be important for you because what we tried to do, we went into the current version of the skill standards manual, and then we tried to align how we felt each of these things that we were going to do in the course, whether it's so for example, like this standard 1.1, cultivating a sense of belonging, we felt that was categorized under A1, research, evaluate, and obtain equipment and materials. And you can see it all the way down. And so we have filled out this all the way through the standards. So even though the content hasn't been specifically created for that yet, you can still see that you, this should be something that you will be able to follow and get your credit if you're trying to get that initial certification, the skill standards. I mean, I'm sure I see also a lot of tenured folks in here, and so I don't know what y'all's process was with getting those 30 hours in skill standards A, B, and D, but we found that there is a need from us to try to help categorize them, and so hopefully this will help when putting together, as you're going through the course, putting together how many hours of each of these that you are doing. And okay, good. I just want to make sure I'm still sharing my screen. Okay, and then we also aligned them with the college-wide learning outcomes, so you can see them here. And then we created course learning outcomes based on what is going to be covered as well. And so this this is called a crosswalk. Yeah, go ahead, Jaya. Saw a hand, maybe
Oh, I lowered my hand, but
a
I
phantom
guess
hand.
as I look at these individual outcomes and all of this entire list here,
Yeah.
and I look through the course organization, it seems like each week there's an assignment worth 1 PDU credit. Is that
So
how I should interpret
this,
this?
oh
Or is
yeah,
this
good
not
question.
part of
And
that?
the PDU credits are actually, I think they've been mislabeled by possibly me in the past and possibly other people, or maybe there's just a general confusion. But they will be worth hours hours of professional development towards a PDU credit, which, as it stands right now, there's I believe it's 48 out. The 48 hours is 1 PDU, and so for all of the it's a little bit of semantics, but if you
Right,
just if you think of it, just think of it as PD, professional development hours towards PDUs
right. Okay. So
instead of just an hour of PDU. Does that make sense?
yeah, so 1 would equal 1 towards the 48 in either category,
Correct.
correct?
Yeah.
So then, okay, because I would prefer to just jam on this if I can and not have
Yeah,
to
and
worry
the
about
way that we
catching up.
have it, we all, everything is kind of structured in that 1 hour. It should take about an hour to do each of these, and so
Your hour or my hour? Or 60 minutes for that matter.
your it should take an hour for you all to do it,
Okay,
whatever that looks like. I mean, I
thank
don't
you.
know if it's, yeah, go
I
ahead,
don't,
Don. Don, I see your hand.
Gotta hit that mute button. So just to piggyback off of that, trying to jam along, Jaya, you may not be able to, because I looked at the first quiz really quick. There's going to be a secret word given out during the presentation to get credit.
So
So
nice.
you can watch the YouTube video and try to find the secret word on your own, or get it during the live thing.
So that's something I learned from a conference that I went to. Yeah, what Don is saying is correct, and but that's only for these weekly meetups. So everything else, jam away, do whatever you want to do. But just for the Zoom meetups, if you want credit for attending this
Oh,
Zoom meeting. So this will be, you'll get an hour for being here today.
in addition to another hour for doing the work assigned?
Correct.
Really? So that means you're doubling your hours for each 48.
Yeah, so I'll explain it in a little bit, but
Okay, we can wait. If we know it's coming, we're good, but you know, we just need to
it's
know.
coming.
Okay.
The code word's coming, and I can't say it. I can't say this is the code word because I know some of y'all know how to I know some of y'all know how to take the transcript out of the YouTube videos and can find it
Wow.
in other ways. So I will very subtly let you all know what the code word is.
So this
Just
is what you would call incentive to attend these Friday situations and
Isn't
go
that a
through.
barrier? Okay, sorry, I'm out.
No.
Well, it's that, and it's also giving you the whole idea of this is to give you all some ideas for things that you could possibly use in your class as well. So if you are having problems with students that are, they don't come to class for whatever reason, but they're still trying to get credit for that, then this could be, one solution to that. The next thing I want to cover before we get too into that is the e-portfolio. And e-portfolios are a way to collect your the artifacts, the things that you all are creating in this class. And it's also a way to share it with the other people who are in here as well. And so on the ePortfolios tab, yeah, so you can see here, a valuable tool for organizing and showcasing your work, achievements, and reflections. Does anybody use ePortfolio in your course right now? If I were to put it back to y'all.
No,
Does
the only
anybody
time
have
I've used it is with you in these courses.
these ones? Yeah, we did it. We tried it in the generative AI, but it didn't have the kind of how to, and it was more like on your own if you have it. Oh yeah, the Google Sites. That's but do the students create that, or is that something that you created?
Students create their own portfolios, and I also use Google Sites for hosting the course content.
I love Google Sites. I think that it's very slick. It's got a bit of a learning curve, which is why we're not going to be doing it in here. And speaking of that, for this course, we recommend if you're going to use an e-portfolio to share your work with the other, people that are in here. Did you all know that inside of Canvas they have an e-portfolio that's automatically set up? I mean, not automatically set up, but it's integrated in Canvas, and you don't have to do any sort of extra signing in or doing anything else like that.
No.
I have a how-to guide here on how to do it. If you all, you know, if I'm going to go through it with y'all right now, if you all want to set it up right now, but in case I either go too fast or you miss a section, I have the step-by-step guide here, and then also a video that goes over it as well. But I do want to take this time because I do think that it is it's a cool tool. It's not as difficult, I would say, as Google Sites, but there is a small learning curve. And so while you all are here, I want to go ahead and try to get this going. So I'm just going to follow the instructions here and see how well of instructions I can write and see if there's any sort of gaps in the instructions. But if y'all are in Canvas and you want to set up an e-portfolio, this is how we do it. So what we're going to do, if you're in Canvas, you have your picture over here in the top left, and you're going to right click your picture and you're going to open this link in a new window. So the reason that I'm doing this is because I want to be able to put these side by side. You don't have to do it that way, but I want the instructions over here on the left, and then I want the e-portfolio I'm working on over here on the right. And so if you look over here on this list of different pages that you can go to, you can see e-portfolios. And so I have a couple that I've already created, but for this course, I'm going to create an e-portfolio called Framework for Faculty and Student Success. And actually, I'm gonna stop after every step just for questions in case there's any sort of problems anybody's having. But does anybody need any help finding the e-portfolios? It's pretty straightforward, but okay. We're going to click create an e-portfolio, and then we are going to put in framework for faculty and student success. We're going to make it public, which don't worry, it's not like going to go out on to X and everybody's going to go to your e-portfolio. It just means that like it's going to be able to be visited by people who have the links. So making it public, and then all we got to do is click make an e-portfolio. And we're done. Congratulations. You've created your e-portfolio.
So when you say it's not publicly available, only people that have links, but it is publicly available if that link is given to anybody.
That's right. That's
Okay.
what I meant. Yeah, you articulated it better than I did. Can AI? I guess if you put it into a chatbot, but does AI want to find it? That's the question. All right, so you can see here, this is welcome to your e-portfolio. It's just a bunch of information. What we're going to do is we're going to set up some sections here because if we put everything all on one page, it's just going to get messy really quick. And so we can think of the sections as folders. And so we'll just start with the first three parts of standard one. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click organize sections over here on the left-hand side, and then add section, and then just type in the name of the standard. So the standard 1.1 is belonging. If I have the next one ready, I can click add section, and then it will put it in there. And then standard 1.3 engaging course design. So we'll just work with these first three. I just wanted you all to know the process of how to add a section, and it's basically just add section.
Okay, I'm opening my double screen and I hope that you will pause for a minuet.
Yes, I will stop after step 3 to give you all a chance to put in the first 3 parts of standard 1. See, I'm already noticing bad instructions. So once you go into each of these sections, it's just going to be nothing right now. So like, for example, if I click on this home, it has nothing, right? It just says welcome, nothing entered yet, page comments, no comments. Nobody's made any comments on your page. What you can do is over here where it says edit this page, it pops it up just like a page in your Canvas course. So ePortfolios is nice, the one that's inside of Canvas ePortfolios, because it's all kind of structured the same way that you would structure a course that you're making. You can say here, welcome, or you can say something like about me. Usually the first page you want to put something like maybe a biography. I go over how to do it in the video, but basically if you have something to say, maybe you can say what you hope to accomplish in this course. So in this course, I hope to improve the DI aspects of my courses, and I'd like to set up assessments that are aligned to my course outcomes. Something like that. And then you could save it. And so now you can see that there's something on the page. You don't need to do this a lot. This is just kind of the first page, the landing page for your ePortfolio. If you go into here, so that was the home. If you go into the standard 1.1 belonging, you can see there's something here. Maybe I'll just go ahead. I'll say something like edit this page. So standard 1.1. I'm going to actually turn off the comments because I don't like seeing that thing there. And then maybe I'll put in at the page. If you want to add in some text, you can click. Sometimes it pops it up, sometimes it doesn't, the rich text content. So you can say, these are my assignments from standard 1.1. Okay. And actually, there's not going to be much on this actual page. The beauty of this portfolio, this ePortfolio, is that anytime you submit an assignment, they're very easily addable to this to these pages. So for example, let me show you. So if I go back to the portfolio dashboard, let's say I've set up those sections there. Now we continue with here, back to the portfolio dashboard. If you look down here where it says recent submissions, this is how we can add the new pages to the ePortfolios. Okay. And so for example, let's say that this was a recent assignment that I did, the observation reports. I want to click this one, and as soon as I click it, you'll notice that there's a pop-up window. So it works for any of these things that I go. If I scroll all the way down here and I find this from the OER starter kit, I click on that, I choose which section I want to put it into. Like let's say I want to put it into standard 1.1. I can change the page name if I want, or I can just leave it whatever the assignment was called. And then all I have to do is click add page. Now, if I go back over here to standard 1.1, you can see on the right-hand side, I've got this, this is what I just added, the L11, or sorry, L11 considerations. And then if I click on that, I can see my assignment. So this was a part of a discussion. If it's part of a discussion, you can do it like that. Ours are going to be assignments, and so you should be able to see the assignment in there. And then if I want to share this, all I have to do is just click the link at the top, and I click this over to y'all. You should be able to just click that link, and it should open up the page. And so an easy way to share assignments that you submit. And then a nice place to put everything all in one place. Okay. So that's about it for the ePortfolios. The last part, once you add it in and you want to share it, you click that link. On each week, there are in each week of the modules, you can find an outro page, and on the outro page, you can post a link to your e-portfolio. So if you want to share the stuff that you're working with the other people in this course, that's one way to do it. Also, the Washington checklist that Alyssa's putting together, Alyssa Sells, once again, from the state board, she's looking for examples. And so she has like another course that she's putting together for the state, but she's looking for examples of people who are doing these standards. And so if you have an example, if your assignment is a good example of meeting the standard for whatever whatever part of the standard you're doing, you can post it here, and then I've turned on the thumbs up little things here, the likes. So whatever example has the most likes, then I will submit that one to Alyssa, and then if she agrees and thinks it's the best one, then she can add it onto the state board version of the Washington checklist. So then that would be seen by all of the community and technical colleges around the state. So if you're looking for a little bit of recognition for the work that you're doing with your peers from around Washington, that could be a nice little incentive for you as well. All right, and so I'm going to take this moment to give you all the secret code. I'll say the word this time, but I'm going to stop sharing for a second and show you. Actually, let's get back here to the modules, and then I'll show you how you can put in your credit for coming to this meeting today. And so if you come into the modules are all broken down like this. We have prepare, build, and reflect. And so if you go to the prepare section of the first module, you'll see that it's a quiz. And so I have all of the information to get prepared for this lesson in this quiz. But if you want to take the quiz down here, if you click on take the quiz, it will give you this, it will tell you about here. So we've got the Zoom room and recording. Each week we'll meet via Zoom for 1 hour, and then here's the link, but you all have the link. So, and the link is part of the weekly calendar invite. The secret code for receiving credit for attending today is, let me stop sharing for a second. I'm going to show it to you on the screen. So I think Zoom has
What's it
been.
gonna do in practice, like flash on and off on our screen?
No, I'm going to show it to you.
I mean, how are we supposed to look for it? That's part of it.
I don't know how I am. Okay, here we go. My bar went into a completely different screen. So, hey, just give me a second here. I want to make sure everything is set up right.
I feel like I need to switch to Sam Kinnessy. Sam, you said
All right. So I'm just gonna. I have a post-it note, and I'm going to put it here. So don't say it. Don't say the word. It's a secret code. So does this come up backwards for y'all? Does it come up? You can read this word?
Yes, it looks correct.
Would you like me to read it out loud? For
No,
you?
no, don't read it out loud. Don't read it out loud.
Okay, so this is how we're gonna find it when we're in the meeting.
Yes. I'm just gonna randomly stop sharing and then flash the
Look.
code, flash the code on the screen.
Oh, we're
Ted.
not mentioning it so that people can't download the transcripts. You have to actually see it.
Yes.
Wow, you're tough.
Yeah.
Said I got the quiz incorrect.
Try one more time. Try it one more time, Nate.
Oh, let me see.
Is it case sensitive? 'Cause I got it incorrect
Yes,
as well.
the word is, so.
Hold on. Also, this is my first time doing this, so bear with me.
We're bearing.
Anybody getting it working?
No, I'm not,
Really? It's not working?
I'm not finding.
Well, I'm trying the
I
upper and lower case now. Let's see what happens.
yeah, try the second letter is big.
Quiz submitted. Incorrect.
No way, really?
Yep.
All right. Oh,
Oh,
that's
so
not.
this is set up for failure. All right, I got you now.
Hold
Okay.
on. Let's see what's going on here. I want to make sure I'm in the right one. Okay. Here we go. Possible answer. Here, I'm gonna share. Since this is the first time trying it out, I'm gonna get y'all's advice here. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. This is it, right? Look, if I have a fill in the blank, right?
Yeah,
And then I have a possible answer.
right. Oh, it's because the spelling's different. If somebody wrote it in all lowercase and didn't capitalize the letter, then it won't accept it. And you have to go in and hand grade them. It's a real pain in the neck. True or false is kind of a better way to go if you want this to run smoothly.
But then, okay.
It's just a suggestion.
Go back to that previous screen that was
Yeah.
showing it.
Okay. Oh, I know what the problem is. I updated the question, but I didn't save it. So now let's
there you
try
go.
that.
Okay, so I know this is, I'm sorry to interrupt in this meeting.
No, it's
but,
okay.
I don't know how, but I've lost I've lost my home syllabus modules. I've lost that in my view right now.
Is it did
I
you
don't,
press this try the hamburger in the top left?
oh, hold on, hamburger on the top. There you go. Who knew? I know I have to review all my Canvas updates.
Now it's showing as correct, I
Okay.
I've
think.
never seen it. Okay.
Huh.
Thank you. I
Mine
forgot
did.
I updated the question, but I didn't save the quiz. So now it should work.
Mine came up as incorrect again, though.
No way. I'm
Interesting.
gonna try it. Hold on. You might need to refresh your page. Let's see here. I'm gonna reload this page. And then I'm gonna try it with all lowercase to see if it's a lowercase problem. Quiz submitted. Current score 0 out of 1. Huh. Correct answers are hidden. Attempt number 1, 0, 1. Okay, let me try. So y'all think it's case sensitive?
I believe that it is. I'm submitting mine right now. Took me a minute.
Oh, okay. I was trying to get too fancy on the
Oh,
first one.
it took it. So it's case sensitive.
Okay, it is case sensitive.
Mhm. I've
So the
had
second
that
letter is big.
issue
Hey, give
before.
it another try here.
Yeah.
Make sure you refresh.
Let's see. I'm on 75 attempts now.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Well, at least he gave you those.
Take
Unlimited
quiz
attempt.
again. Okay, here we go.
I'll put it in the chat. I don't know. Can the chat be?
Lowercase e, capital P,
Yeah. The
ORTFOLIO.
hard one. It was a complex word.
Thank you, Ronald.
It's good. Does it work?
Okay, so I
Holy
looked
cow.
at it. It's typed exactly the same. Let's see if we get lucky. Submit quiz.
It said it took me less than 1 minute.
Oh, you're quick.
And
Well, it took me 10 minutes to get to the one.
1 out of 1. Okay.
There we go. All right, we're
It
good.
does say,
Okay.
what does it say here? Correct answers are hidden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't tell your friends. All right.
I'm gonna put it in my portfolio. Public.
Yeah, it should be in there now. If you go to ePortfolios, you should be able to. I don't know. I don't know if you can.
Really?
I don't know if you can add quizzes. Okay. So
I got a quick side question.
yeah, go ahead, Don.
Do you know when the PDU class is going to be published or available? The second
Ye-
class that Kristen was talking about?
Monday.
Monday?
Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, we just want to make sure everything is crystal clear. And then we'll also probably have a meeting to go over how that process works as well.
So even though we tried to figure it out last time and figure out all that, now we have a new kind of process this time?
Yeah, I don't want to overload y'all with the
Okay,
with
okay,
processes.
okay. They change, you know what? Rapid change.
Yeah, rapid prototyping.
Yes.
We're doing it live. All right. So for the last 13 minutes here, I just want to go over how these modules are set up, because the format is pretty similar each week, but every new guess we can call if I were to break it down from the Washington checklist, the Washington checklist has them. The Washington checklist has them as sections. So as I said, we're going to be going over the first 3 sections. Then it has the standards. Then it has the indicators. Okay, so sections, standards, indicators. For each section, the sections are the long ones. So this section is 8 weeks long. It's going to go over the summer course, the summer quarter. And then the next sections will be available in the fall and the winter. But within each section, there are different standards. And so the standards range from 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how many indicators there are for the standard. So for example, this standard 1.1, course design cultivates a sense of belonging. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 indicators and 4 next steps. Now, due to timing constraints and workload, we're only going to be looking at the essential indicators. And if y'all want to do next steps on your own, that's completely fine. But if you want credit for this course, then we're going to be focusing on the essentials. And so for each standard, like this week is week 1, we're going to be looking at the overall standard 1.1. So if I click on standard 1.1, it will tell you what the standard is, why it matters to the students, and then there'll be an assignment. There should be an example of an assignment, and on each of these pages there should be alignment and resources. And so this is how each of the standards pages are set up. Introduction, there's an assignment, there should be an example, and then alignment resources. Also, we tried to include some visual for the people who are out there that don't like to just read big blocks of text. There are some shorter, I guess, more eye-pleasing examples or explanations of what the standard is. And for the assignments, if you need help on the assignments, that's why we included the examples here. For the other parts, so that's the standard section. For each of the indicators, so that's 1 week. This is 1 week going over that standard. Week 2 is laying the groundwork. And so for this one, it's going over each of the individual indicators. Now, you don't have to choose all 3 of these. Like I said, they should take about an hour each. I mean, if you finish, quicker than an hour to finish each of these things, there are a couple different ways that you can apply it to fill out that hour. But these are the different indicators, and these are how these pages are set up. It's very similar. You have the introduction to what the indicator is. You have some information there, and then you have the assignment objective. There's one objective, and then here is the rubric at the bottom. And so if I come over here to this indicator assignment, it says here, choose at least one of these methods below to demonstrate your application of this indicator. And then so you have multiple ways that you can do it. If you want to add, so for example, this is for next week, and we'll talk about it in more detail next time, but the DEI statement, if that's something that you want to do, just add the text version of that to somewhere in your start module. Or if you think you're feeling fancy and want to add a video message, or maybe, maybe video is an easier way for you to create stuff, to create content for your students. Maybe you could just do the video message. You can maybe make a class discussion, whatever you choose. That's what you're going to be, that's what you will submit for the assignment. And for those people who want the evidence-based, here are the different references. And then once you submit it, you will automatically, once the assignment gets graded, you will automatically be awarded a badge. And this badge is how we will be tracking how you all are going through this course. And so we also have the alignment here from the top down, college-wide to program learning to course learning, and then a little bit of information about the badge. And then we have over here on the left, if you want to track how many badges you have, these are all the, this is where you can track all the badges for this course, okay? And so I just want to go over this one. It took a little bit longer than I thought to go over all of the other things and the hiccup from the quiz, but this week is focusing on establishing the foundations, as we talked about earlier. We have our leader here, Simon, for the course, saying what he says. Simon says, prepare your plot of land to make the foundations of belonging in your classroom. There's always in the, so if I'm going here to the modules and I'm preparing, right, where we have the quiz, there's always going to be a Clover Park connection. So this is where it's specifically connected to what we're doing here at Clover Park with the CWLOs and the PLOs and the CLOs. And this one's talking about the importance of alignment. So you all can go through here and talk and look at why it's important to align these things. These are the things that I'm working with Snowy on, and she wants to include this stuff into the course. And then once again, so for you all, maybe you can go in and check if you've submitted the quiz and got credit for the quiz, you should have a badge. Hopefully that works. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I see. I got it. So if you all go to the badges on the left, did anybody, for the people who submitted the secret code, did you get the badge on the left? If you click on the badges page, can anybody confirm or deny if you got it or not?
Yes.
Checking right now.
Jaya, you got it?
Week 1, establishing foundations in pedagogy,
There you go.
right? July
Yep.
12th. Yep.
So y'all got credit for
You have to scroll for mine.
Yeah, I don't know. It should be
Not starting at the top or anything. Oh, how'd you move that around? Okay.
I sorted it by name A to Z, but
First to last.
it's
Okay.
not perfect. Oh, it just puts the weekly meetings here up at the top, but then it lists the standards after that. So if you sort it by name A to Z, then maybe it'll be a little bit easier to find what you've done.
I have a question, please.
Yes, go ahead.
So I received a badge because I knew the answer to that question, or the secret word.
Yeah.
So every week we get another badge for just knowing the secret word.
Knowing the secret word is the way to track that you are part of the meeting.
Okay, what if I go to the restroom and then I miss that? And it's, so, okay, never mind. But that's not my point. My point is, am I receiving a badge for attending and then another badge for completing the homework assignment?
Yeah, so
both
attending,
of those have equal weight in the world of earning our PDUs.
Yeah, so if you look at the badges, it will say on them how many hours they are. So if you look at the top part of this badge, this 1 hour, and then it'll have what the focus of the badge in the middle, and then at the bottom, that indicates that it's part of this course. And so
Okay.
this is an hour of your time to focus on professional development. And so you're getting an hour of credit for it.
Well, I appreciate that.
Kenneth, is that Ken?
Yeah, I have a
Muted?
question. Could you go to the back top of this page again?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you've moved on. I was on the with all the badges.
The actual badges page?
Yeah, the badges page. Scroll to the top.
Yep.
Yours says you've earned 1 out of 26. Mine, even though I have the badge showing, it says I've earned 0 out of 26.
Yeah, so does mine. Even though
really?
I have the badge earned, maybe it just takes a computer a minute or two to put it through all the things to get it to show. I don't know.
Let's give it a week if y'all come next
Oh.
time, or if you're not
Oh, sorry. It turns out all you have to do is refresh the page. I should have thought of that.
sometimes it takes a while. So okay.
You're right.
we
Thank you.
went over what the course, and I talked a lot about alignment. For the assignment for this week is reflection. There are some reflection questions that you can look at, and we also added some questions and prompts for you to write about in relation to equity, diversity, and inclusion. And I know that we've had a whole day dedicated to that in March, and so hopefully you all know a little bit about that already. I didn't want to spend too much time focusing on that in this meeting. Plus, we're going to be covering it over the summer, and it's pretty much just about like you and kind of how you are how you think about these types of things when you're putting together your course. So go through this list. You don't have to answer every question, just pick and choose. 500 seems like the magic number when putting together a reflection. So it doesn't have to be exactly that, something around that. Just as long as it looks like you've taken the time to think about, like I said, how these things affect you and how you feel that they affect your students in your class. Put those together as your assignment, and then go ahead whenever you're ready, click the start assignment. I don't know, some of this stuff is personal, so I don't know if you want to really add it to your portfolio. Maybe starting next week we can start adding stuff to the portfolio, but maybe just leave this one as something that is between you and, I guess, whoever's going through and checking these. And then next week, maybe we could take some volunteers if they want to talk about some of these different topics. They can talk about it at the beginning of class, and then we will just keep moving through and going through what we will cover in the next week. It's Friday. I want to thank you all for coming and taking the time to be here. I hope y'all got your got the quiz. If you need some help with the quiz, I'll stay after for a little bit, and I can help you all with that. But if not, it's 2, and I know some of y'all got other stuff to do. So thank y'all for coming. Jaya, you're on mute. Sally, do you have a question?
I do. My question is about inputting PDUs into Canvas. Did you say that course was coming?
Yeah, we were out of town this week, so we didn't want to launch it when we were out. But Monday, it should be ready Monday, and then we'll put together a time where we can. I'll send out a calendar invite where we will go over the process on how to do all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so this is a very specific question to me then. So sorry for everyone else that has to listen to it. I finished my skill standards, the A, B, and D skill standards for tenure track, and I had 6 hours that I needed to get the paperwork in for. But since the paperwork came in, like I think I just sent it to Bijou last week or the week before, she recommended that I put that through the Canvas PDU tracker.
Yeah.
But none of my other skill standard stuff will be. Should
We
I
can
do that?
we can roll it we can roll it over. So whatever, you know, we'll talk. Maybe Sally, maybe you can set up a time. I can send you a book me link where we can set it up.
Okay.
And once we, you know, have the full picture of how many you have now, then we can roll those over into the new course, and then whatever extra 6 that you need to submit, it should add up to your total, whatever you need.
For 23, 24.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. If you could send me a link, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll go get that right now. But is there anybody else that has any other questions?
I do, Ron.
Yeah, go ahead, Debbie.
I only teach face-to-face. I never teach an online class. And I'm out in the community. I have 10 sites that I visit, and then I teach on campus face-to-face. Do you think that this class will be valid for people who are not teaching online on Canvas?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
Okay.
The stuff is, I'm pretty sure the Washington checklist is built for online and offline.
All
Yeah.
learning. Mhm.
There are a couple sections where I did see that there were like specifics for online, but even those, I think the concepts can be applied to both.
Okay. Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
hi Debbie, bye Debbie. Ron, is this the meeting room for the AI? Leave and go somewhere
Yeah.
else Because
Ye-
it's time.
Hold on. No, actually, no. Hold on.
It's
Let me,
not.
yeah,
It's
let me,
not.
Okay, bye-bye. I'm going there now.
okay, yeah, I'll go
Hey,
there too.
Hey, Ron, real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just got into the class. Where's the quiz at? What tab? Is it under assignments?
I think it's under modules.
Modules. Okay. Modules.
Modules week 1.
Week 1. Got it. Okay, cool. I found it. Thank you.
Okay, I'm leaving this classroom. Wow, this is
Sally, did you see that? Do you see that link?
Is that the link to the AI?
No, that's the link to my booking.
Oh, okay. I got it. Yeah. What is the AI course?
They're saying AI course, but it's actually the AI I can't remember the word now. Task force, AI task force. It's to talk about AI at Clover Park. Are you interested?
Do I get PDUs for it?
No.
Then no, I got to concentrate on my PDUs.
I understand. That makes
All right.
perfect sense. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.